Welcome everybody to Backlighting, the show where we review and discuss movies and television on occasion. We are part of the Never Ready channel along with the Always Gaming podcast. I am your host, George. This week I am joined by Pedro.
Oh, that's me.
What is he?
I think so.
And Rob's replacement.
The cat. His name is
Sorry.
Canelo.
Didn't mean to start it. You can go back. Keep doing your thing.
Oh,
This week we'll be discussing where Canelo's here because he's an expert in this field.
Because he's a feline?
Yes.
Did I just ruin it for you?
Yeah.
I just killed it?
Just killed the punchline. There
Sorry.
we go. So yes, we'll be discussing the
We
Lion
saw Lion King.
We're watching Lion King.
Like,
I'm
not
done.
even like an
Already
hour
done.
ago. I think
Yeah,
we finished watching it like an hour ago. So
About an hour and a half. An hour and a half ago, went to grab something.
It's fresh in our minds.
Fresh to death. This is rare that we actually get to review something fresh because everybody always sees it at different times.
Yeah, so
If Pedro sees it at all. So.
Yeah, that's definitely me. I watch old shit that you guys have watched already, or I watch stuff like our viewers. They watch our reviews and then go watch it. That's what I do.
So we enlighten our co-hosts as we enlighten the crowds.
Thank you.
Yeah, I guess let's just get into it. Let's just go. Lion King.
Yeah.
So, basics. You all know the story if you've seen the animated film.
Yeah.
Or, you know the animated film. Kim with the White Lion.
Macbeth.
Yes. Oh, the original Lion King was 94?
94.
Yeah.
94.
Okay.
I was old. I wasn't alive at that time.
That was...
My girlfriend wasn't.
I won't mention my age at that point, but yes, I was alive too. But good news, the effects are
Cool.
pretty damn good.
Yeah. I like them. I like the way it looked.
Yeah, it looks amazing.
Was it needed? You want me to say it?
You're just killing my punchlines before I get to them, aren't you?
I think it's funnier this way.
No, it was. Let's just skip to the point that everybody else. It's definitely not really needed. It's kind of you just take the old film and you put this shiny new paint on it. It's like here. I don't even know how you can give Jon Favreau a directing credit on this.
No.
It's like
let's just do the last thing.
Or there's like I think I saw one new scene.
You know how you have those storyboard animations?
Yeah. There you go.
They just did it in 1994, sold it, and then used the extra money from the movie to make the real movie. See, it was all a marketing ploy.
You know what's the screwed up thing with all these remakes is that they don't pay the original writers.
What?
Yeah, they don't pay the original writers.
So
they pay people who change little things here and there.
But the movie is technically line for line the same movie.
It is, except for the stuff with Timon and Pumbaa, with Seth Rogen and Billy Eichner, I believe is how you pronounce it.
And I think what's his name?
Because they improvised.
John Oliver improvised too.
Yeah, John Oliver just wasn't too amused with him in the film.
I thought he was ravishing.
Speaking of not too amused or something, yeah, we're gonna get controversial on this one. Beyonce.
Oh, we can't talk bad about Beyonce, man.
I know, we're gonna get the beehive after us.
Yeah, they're gonna buzz all over our shit.
I mean, I don't want to talk bad about her because she's an amazing artist. But it literally sounds like she's just reading lines on a paper.
Like, you know how big she is, and you know how busy she is.
Yeah.
So she was probably, like, not even in a studio. She was sitting in a room drinking a latte or something.
Because I saw
and then she wrote, Lions Attack. And she said it just the way I just did.
Yeah.
And then we're like, we'll fix it in post. And that was it. And that's what happened. And, yeah, I'm done. I'm not talking more bad shit about it because I don't want Jay-Z to come in. He got 99 problems, but he had me at 1, you know what I mean? Damn. Shit.
But yeah, it's funny because I did watch this video prior to seeing how they did a lot of the acting. How they had a lot of people in the studio at the same time. They let them act off each other. I didn't think of it at the time, but now that I think of it, I'm like, I never saw Beyonce in any of those videos together with anybody.
She was ruling the world.
Yeah.
And that's what happened, bro.
Yep.
This is water, by the way. Because it's hot, and I wish it was vodka.
But yeah.
With something fruity in it. Next show I'm drinking.
Yeah, I don't want to talk too bad about it, but
Nah.
it's sad that it. Well, I still enjoy it because I love the original film.
Yeah,
It's
like,
the same story.
That's how I felt. I mean, me and you had
Mm-hmm.
the same reaction to the movie. I thought it was okay. Do I feel like it's needed? Nah. Other than that, it's like when you watch the same movie. It's like paying for the same movie that you watched. I like the original better. Whatever. Yeah.
I forgot where I was going with that.
I'm sorry.
Thanks for just sidetrack.
Yeah.
But no, fuck, where were they going? Oh, there we go.
Rafiki?
No, he was decent.
No, that's what I'm saying. Rafiki was pretty good.
Rafiki was pretty good, yes. I actually did like Chiwetel Ejiofor, who played Scar in this one.
He was Scar?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can never say that guy's name. I just call it every time I see his name in like a credits. Oh, look at you!
I think that's how Jay-Z got that chip.
Chip!
Because he probably can't pronounce his name.
Hey,
So
Chip!
He's probably just like, yo, chip!
Chip! Chip!
But yeah, he was pretty good as
I have to ask, did James Earl Jones actually record new lines for it?
He sounded older. Like
he did, right?
He sounded like he wasn't too into it like he was in the first one.
Luke, I already did this before.
Yeah, he's like... His whole delivery in the... Like, it wasn't terrible. But it's just that point. He's just like... It seems like he's reading it, and at the same time in his head, he's like, didn't I say this already at one point?
Like, shit, couldn't you just fucking pay me and then record, just use the same overlap?
Can't you just take my recordings from before?
It was line for line the same thing. I don't think they changed anything in his lines.
No. Like I said, the only noticeable real changes that you see is they did add that one scene with Nala escaping. Yeah, sorry, spoilers.
Oh yeah, because you have never seen this movie before.
Well, no, that one scene
where she actually
because in the cartoon they just kind of cut to
she magically
she just appears there. So they
like what the how did she get there? That's cool. I like that.
I feel like they were like all right, we need to we just can't make her appear out there.
Do you know what I kind of enjoyed? The part where you see a certain lion eating a certain animal.
Oh yeah.
And another thing that pissed me off.
Why?
And it's a visual effect, and it's gonna kind of be weird. None of the animals had genitalia. Like, if you ever see National Geographic or any of those things, cats have really huge balls.
What do you think?
And these are lions, and they're all neutered.
I agree.
Yeah. I'm just saying, it was just kind of awkward to try to make it all realistic.
They ain't gonna put it in a goddamn family film, some junk just hanging around swinging.
Like Rafiki's red ass, you never saw it.
We didn't need to see that.
You know, just a baboon booty.
Nope.
No baboon booty?
No baboon.
Okay, whatever.
No, we ain't
trying to make it realistic, but not really realistic. You know, the
love
lions
it.
sing and the jungle, and yeah.
It took me a minute to adjust to that. Hang on.
Like, it's just weird.
Because they go with the whole photorealistic thing, and then when they start talking and singing, I'm just like, I don't know how I feel.
It kind of reminds me. You remember that when they did Animal Farm
you
over?
You want to actually?
Oh, I'm not in the scene.
Sorry,
I'm just trying to lounge and relax and shit.
He's not happy about our review right now. He's just giving up on us.
That just fell asleep.
He's like, oh man, you guys are shitting on my movie, man.
When I am king one day, I will rip you guys all apart. Hey, yo, Canelo.
No, he's good, bro.
He's knocked out. The cat's knocked out. Yeah, I mean, it was pretty cool. They showed him. What I was thinking, and this is the fucked up thing about me, when Mufasa's talking about, oh, we eat the cat. When Simba's like, but we eat the antelope.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's all about. Sir, I want to know how they do it. Is it diplomatic? Does a certain amount of antelope give up their lives to keep the balance, or is there like a lottery?
Yeah,
or
we want to get into the politics of
right,
Lion King.
Exactly. I see a miniseries. I see Animal Farm,
Game
Safari.
of Thrones, Lion King edition.
I mean, for real, like that would be really interesting. Like, I want to see how is the selection process. Like, how does everything keep the balance? I mean, if
actually, it'd be more like Hunger Games.
Yeah, they do. Like, the antelopes. If you look at the thing, they all get together, and they're all happy family every time they. But then they realize
you've been voted out.
Or like, is it like the antelopes are like freedom for the animals? They're an oppressed species.
A little bit.
Because they're like living together and they have to go by all these rules, knowing that one day a bunch of fucking lions are gonna come out of nowhere and eat their asses.
Yeah, that actually reminds me of that one scene. I don't know what the animal was. It looked kind of like a deer type of creature. It wasn't an antelope. When Simba jumps out of the thing and he's chasing butterflies. He's like, oh, hey, I thought you were a lion. Well, you are a lion.
That's an added scene. That's not
that's not in the original. No.
Yeah, see, what we were trying to tell you, Simba, is that you're a fucking lion. And what we are is food.
Here's the funny thing. Yeah, I know this opinion is going to be pretty controversial with a lot of Disney fans. I feel Aladdin did more changes.
I have not seen Aladdin.
Well, no, you haven't seen it, but we went to see it a week ago. Finally got around to seeing it because it's still in theaters. I feel Aladdin had more changes.
Well, I saw Toy Story a week before that.
Yeah, I haven't seen Toy Story.
It was alright. It was good. Same shit. Different movie. Okay. That was my review of Toy Story.
Cause yeah, like for all the shit they were giving Will Smith, I think he kind of made the genie his own.
Well, he was the only one. He's the only one that could be that. I won't say flamboyant, but alive.
Yeah, but like he made it like he put his sense of humor into it. He just
anybody other than him would have just tried to copy Robert Williams or whatever.
Yeah. I mean, there's lines here and there that were in the original, but he, at the same time, you could tell he like.
Did they give a shootout to Robert Williams? Like, hey.
I don't even.
R.I.P.
They might have after the credits or something. I don't know.
You don't wait that long. Fuck this shit. We gotta pee.
No, that was just today.
Yeah. I go, hey, are there any credits? No, man, we gotta go. I gotta go.
I gotta go. Let's go.
Yeah, I love how Canelo's just like knocked out right there. The cat just passed the fuck out.
Homie.
What happened? Someone say my name?
You're right there, buddy.
Alrighty
cool.
then. Little pet cat. We have a cat on the show.
He is the show.
Yeah.
He's the host.
We're talking about cats. And now they're making a Cats movie. Whoa, that was a good segue.
No, we're not segueing to anything.
Meow.
We're only reviewing Lion King.
Oh, okay, yeah. So let's get to the point.
Stop leaning out of the camera.
Damn it, I can't help it.
Move over. God damn.
Cool. This is hot.
It's hot.
It's hot for me. I'm a bigger person. You have a smaller frame.
No, right now I'm trying to be the bigger person.
Oh, sorry.
But yeah, I guess we can get to our review score. As I'll slide it in front of Pedro so he remembers what the scoring is. I'll give it a could have been better. Because it's still the same story. You know, we all kind of know, kind of love. And I guess effects-wise, it is kind of worth it for that.
Can I do a combination of two?
No, it's one score.
Damn it. I was going to be like, could be better.
I almost gave it a must-watch for the effects alone because
I mean, it's almost
it's a photorealistic. If you love the story, it's a must-watch. But if you're a casual moviegoer, it could have been better. You don't really need to see it. Unless you're an Uber fan, which we
Uber fan. I must watch everything the way it should be.
This guy made me go. Yeah, he said we got to go see Lion King. Then he bit my ankles until we went. So we did.
Wait, you talking about that or?
Yes,
oh, was that actually him?
Yeah, no, you.
Oh, my review? I mean, it's alright. It wasn't completely horrible. Like if you like you said.
No, like it was fine.
But for me, it was meh. It was like I'm watching this because I was told I have to watch this. Like I figured the whole movie out from the beginning.
It's almost like you've seen it before.
Like almost every time. I mean, I felt like it should have been a little bit more realistic. No. Like I wanted to see some blood. I want to see the real nature of it. I want to see when they're ripping apart like each other's face, like the lions are fighting. I want to see like the nails digging into the flesh and like some like fucking some Passion of the Christ brutality to it. Yes, I brought that up. I know it's a Disney movie, but they could have done it.
It's a Disney.
Kids are playing Fortnite now. They can watch that shit.
Fortnite ain't violent.
This is.
It's the most cartoony thing I've ever seen.
The kids know real live guns because of that shit.
No.
It's a man.
Right.
It's a man.
All that's it for us. Check us out. Make sure to like the Spider-Man review.
No, don't like that. I do not want to see that movie.
You didn't see that?
Yeah, they're gonna make me watch that shit.
Oh, we got more surprises coming for you then in that case. Hey, check you out later.
Bye-bye.